Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks and Gainy Titan. Hopefully this video will get you on Monday the 11th of September. Because I'm having a lot of trouble uploading stuff at the moment. I'm attempting to upload currently a Fantasy Grounds tutorial from my friend Ian, and it's a 15-minute video and it's taken all night last night. Has got up 25%. I actually restarted it today and it's up to about 70% at the moment. Still, these are relatively minor irritations in the grand scheme of things. With a light tank, you have a couple of options. You can scout the middle, which I think is extremely dangerous. You can scout the hill, especially if you have a good gun, or you can come up here and scout from the high ground here into the center of the map, which I actually think is a very good option if you have the stealth to pull it off. In part, I'm showing this match because there's somebody in the forums been very vocal about how bad Battlefield Prokhorovka is, and I've kind of always enjoyed Prokhorovka. I mean, you can have bad games on it, but you can have bad games anywhere. But I've had more good games, I think, than bad games on Prokhorovka, and it doesn't really matter about the class of tank. I think the only class of tank that really suffers are Russian tank destroyers like the Su-100 and the Su-152 that have limited armor, limited stealth, and not very accurate guns. You have to be a little bit too close to the action, and the reload and aim times are just a little too long to get anything useful done on this map. Or at least I haven't figured out how to do anything useful with those tanks in this map. But scouts, no, you can have great fun with scouts in Prokhorovka. This is just one of the things you can do. I pushed there to the forward line of bushes, which if you can get in there and not get spotted and stay there without being spotted, it's a complete passive scout location. You really need to get in there before anybody else is in position to view the location, and probably need camo net as well as camo skills to really pull it off. But if you're in that location, you'll spot practically the whole back half of the map. And your team can really go to town, especially if there's artillery on your side. The trick with light tank play really is that as soon as you're detected or spotted, just get out of there. Break the connection, break the spot, just get down into low ground, get into cover, put some solid objects between you and the likely detect direction of watchers. And then you can come back around. If you're detected, you just keep driving. If obviously you're detected as soon as you arrive in a location, you might want to start peeping up somewhere else because people will pre-aim. So just for variety, we're going to take some side shots into this Carnarvon, who is a good distance across the map and completely oblivious as to where the shots are coming from. Now, very little chance of penetrating the turret if he's not sideways on. But the very act of forcing him to change the direction of his gun and turret could make him vulnerable to other people shooting him from a different direction. Never underestimate the power of making them look. We push forward again and we get spotted again, but we managed to highlight at least one of the enemy tanks. We get back into the low ground just to break the spot, and we've managed to pick up some more spotting damage from that little exercise. And at this point, some of my allies have decided to push forward based on the evidence of what I'm showing up. So we have the Oho beside me, and we have a tank destroyer on the road to my right, and the Hellcat's lit up, possibly by the tank destroyer. I'm pretty cautious about the Hellcat and I wasn't too sure what else was alive, so I got spotted there again, so I decided to just drop down and come back up, and I see the opportunity here to shoot the Nashorn, so I take it. And there's the AMX 1375, and I just snap a shot off in his direction and it manages to connect. So now I reckon everybody's gone up here. The Yo-Ho and the tank destroyer up far enough to have seen anybody. The Hellcat's probably gone. Even though I didn't see him go, and I'm going to push forward up and see if I can get eyes on the centre of the field here at the back. Take a shot in the direction of the Carnarvon, and that shot reveals my position. So there is somebody out there, and as I move away, I spot them. So somebody's there around the railway bridge, and I've managed to spot them, and they've managed to take a hit. So I'm going to come up again, slightly different location. See if I can now get eyes on any further tanks back there. So I'm now going to push forward to bushes on the other side of the road. There's an AT-15 on top of the railway, and he's the only target that we can see at the moment. So the guy under the bridge is either gone or dead or gone somewhere else. There's another tank destroyer now on the railway as well that we've just spotted. The AT-15 has come off, and that is in 88, and it's tracked. So I'm going to take the opportunity to put a round into it if I can. He's taken a few hits from being tracked, but I've been detected, and that means somebody's pointing a camera at me, and I pulled him behind the building. The AT-15 fires from under the railway bridge, and he takes another hit for his trouble. So I'm going to keep these guys spotted. The AT-15 is taking continuous fire, and he's pointing south, so I'm going to take the opportunity here to put some flanking shots in, but I don't have to, or don't get the opportunity to do much, because he's been taken out of it. So now it is the 88, so I'm going to pull right up to the railway line, because I want to see if these guys have any company behind them, directly behind them. Things are pretty even on the scoreboard still, although I think we have the positional advantage. So I come over the top, snap a shot off of the 88, but I don't go for the 88 because I don't know where his friends are, if he's got anybody behind him. For instance, there could be tanks on the hill that would be out of my viewing range. I wouldn't be able to detect them, but they would be able to see me and send shots into me if I go circling around that AT-15. Or 88, sorry. So I'm going to keep him spotted for a while. I'm going to see if anybody else shoots at me. Like allies that he might have further back. But now I think that he's probably here on his own. I was going to drive out there at maximum speed so as to maximise my chances of getting behind him. But the AT-15 was parked awkwardly in the middle of the bridge road there. So we got in. We take a hit from a Jagdpanther further back, and now he has me if I don't get in beside him. Which I managed to do, and I was also very fortunate to take that hit in the tracks rather than through the armour and taking out different modules at the time. Jagdpanther fires back, I fire, nothing terribly effective. But I'm keeping him spotted, and he's taking a big old hit from one of our tanks, and that is it over for him. So now there's only 3 remaining enemy tanks left, and I don't really know where they are. They could be up here in the hill, or they could be down around our own cap circle. So I'm going to head for the hill. Either there are tanks up here on the hill, or I should be able to maybe get spotting on some of the tanks from the hill, or the opportunity to shoot them. It's much better than going down the low ground, because then I'd have the height of the railway tracks between me and them. As it turns out, they're mostly in the field on the other side of the railway tracks. So he's dead before I managed to aim in. Don't have a direct line of sight on anybody just yet. But now we've picked up a line of sight in the T-32. So he's trying to back around, and we're going to dissuade him from doing that. So he's taking fire from behind. Blind shot works. He's now trying to use the corner by the railway as a hold down position, but I'm able to get flanking fire into him. Thought he was going to back up more there, and he's pushed around the corner, so that's it. I'm not going to get any more shots on him from this location. So we've done pretty well for ourselves. That T-32 is just trying to charge down the last of our tank destroyers, and he fails in it. We have 18 assisted damage ribbons, 11 damage ribbons, 3 kills and 5 detected. And we survived pretty much intact. So we've 1300 damage. Almost 4k, 3,842 assisted damage. That's pretty good. It gets a second class mastery. And we're number 1 by experience. So that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for watching. Please consider giving this a like and the channel a subscription. And I'll catch you all again soon.